Morning, welcome to the videos where you start your day in a conscious way and really learn to become the creator, the designer, the star of your life, of your everyday experience, because you are the one who's choosing. You are the one who's creating it. You are the one from within is creating the reality that you see. So when you become more conscious, when you see, I see how I'm now creating and why I'm creating what's in front of me. So now I get to shift and change that. Then it puts the power back on you instead of the craziness that's around you. So it's always about healing yourself first, learning about yourself first, and that will change what you see in the world, how you perceive the world, and how you experience the world. That's what we're here to do. I have some cards for you today, and then we are going to do a little talk about some concepts, and then we'll do a blessing. So let's get started. Now, the first cards seem a little, I know when I got them, I'm like, oh, good. I don't like receiving heavy, dark cards, kind of. Nine of Swords. I'm like, oh, really? Because I've been in a pretty good mood. And this is about feeling kind of like the desperation, the worry, the fear, and anxiety. But the thing is, too, we automatically can go into this because of the collective, what's being reflected on the outside world. There is so much to fear, have anxiety about. But, I guess, which is great for me, I have learned not to be involved in that, not to attach to it and build my own. So therefore, my experience every day is more peace, joy. But this is really what we're always dealing with is what's going on the outside, or it could be something in your life at the moment, right? Where it's like, oh, this is so heavy. I'm really worried. You always have the ability to overcome it. And then the next card, believe it or not, was like the Five of Cups, which is like, what? This is, again, feeling the heavy emotions, which are natural, are okay. We don't like to say they're negative. We need to feel the guilt, the shame, the unhappiness, whatever it is, because that's our soul talking to us. That's saying something's not right in your life. Something's not, you're holding on to shame, guilt, grief, maybe not allowing it to flow through you, not seeing it as part of life or labeling it as not good. I want to run away from these feelings. I want to get away. Once we feel them, express them, feel them to heal them, move them through our body, do all that, they fade. That's what they're meant to do. Emotions are energy in motion. Emotion, energy in motion. We need to let them move, be felt. Listen, what is my body telling me with this? You usually know why you're feeling those emotions, right? So you can go into them lightly and go, okay, well, if I'm feeling that, yeah, then either that needs to change in my life. I need to make some changes. I need to have a talk with someone. I need to cry, grieve it through, move that energy, whatever. And then I love the Queen of Wands because she is such a strong and powerful woman. And that's really what it's about. Confidence, self-worth, moving forward, taking yourself and going like, I now know that I am the creator of my reality, of my life and my life experience. I'm going to own it. I'm going to take leadership of my life and myself. I'm going to let go of those limiting beliefs. I'm going to choose what I take action on. I'm going to choose what I think. I'm going to choose how I speak. And I'm going to choose how I decide my future to be. Such a powerful card. And then it brings, I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, the Fool card. The Fool card. It's number 0. It's new beginnings. It's about freedom, new beginnings. When there's something new ahead, I have always gotten excited. If I move to a new place or decide to take a road trip and go explore someplace new, I get very excited. I'm like, what am I going to find? I always see it as something good. I'm never really scared of. I don't say, what if this happens? What if I get lost? I've just never been that type of person. So watch how you view change. Watch how you view uncertainty. Do you get excited about what you can create now, how you can be different now, how you can have something different, how you can have maybe more of what you desire, how you're deciding, I'm now, like when you move into a new city, you can be someone different right away. No one knows you the way you were. So you can choose to go, I'm going to be my full self. Other people in my back home or my family, whatever, maybe put me down or joked with the way I was or whatever. I now get to reflect my true being, and I get to work on myself to be who I really want to be and do what I really want to do. So you have that choice every day. You have that choice every day. So let's do that. Become new. Look forward to new beginnings, new exciting things. Because what else is there? You can get caught up in, I'm stuck on this. And I do. That's part of who we are. That's a human experience. But again, we can stop and say, do I want to stay stuck in these feelings, these emotions? Do I want to move them, feel them, heal them? And do I want to decide that I'm going to have something different and exciting and wonderful in the future? It's always up to you. I love that. And I saw a video today, and they were talking about 3D, 4D, and 5D, and if those are dimensions. And I talk about that frequency a lot, of how what we make matter becomes matter. We solidify it. What we focus on most of the time, when we bring our imagination and focus on something, it condenses that energy into a dense, turns it into matter. It becomes the 3D. So the 3D, 3 density, it is like a table. We know through physics or whatever class it was that it's mostly energy, but we see it as solid form because those molecules and atoms are moving slow. The frequency is really slow and dense. It condenses it into matter. Just like if you take something, let's say a sponge, right? It can expand, but when you squish it, you can make it really small. It's mostly air. So you're continually squishing it, and you can make it really tight and small. That's kind of what we're talking about, right? It can be very expanded. Water, when it's, in the air, water droplets, whatever, condensation, it's all over. It can turn to rain droplets. It can turn to snow. It can turn to ice, even more dense. So that's kind of how the 3D is. We make things completely solid in our environment by our focus on it and believing it is so. So it could be like, I never seem to attract the right guy, let's say. The more we think about that, the more it becomes part of who we are. I'm the type of person that never gets to meet the right type of guy. Then the more it becomes a belief in truth. Then the more we talk about it, the more we think about it, the more we believe it to be true, the more it is reflected in our environment, because we reflect what we believe, right? So because I believe I will see more evidence of that, because you don't want to be wrong. You want to be right. I want to be right. So I'm going to prove to you that there are many guys out there that I attract the wrong type of guys always. I will prove to you because I believe it's true. Because I say it's true, because I've chosen it to be true. So the 4D is time. It's like past, future, present, all of that. So we go back to evidence saying, oh, well, see, the past has shown me that to be true. So then therefore, that's evidence. That means it must be true because I've experienced it over and over and over again. We can go into the future and say, man, I don't want it to be true. So in the future, I'm going to choose something different. But if we still have our foot in the past, that means the belief in the past, but I don't attract good guys, then that future is not going to be that. So it's like choosing to say that's the past is the past, and it does not have to reflect into the future. I do not need to bring it into the future. How do you not bring it into the future? By not thinking those same thoughts, which is hard because we've thought them for so many years. So every time you catch yourself going, like, I think that actually, I've had great guys, but I don't think there's a guy out there right now who I'd be really interested in. That's me right now. So I'll look on the dating apps and I'll be like, yep, see, nope. Or there's a guy, yeah, maybe a little, oh, he lives in the US or something, somewhere far away. See, there isn't, right? So my perception, so I continually think those thoughts instead of not thinking those thoughts. It's like when you feel you're starting to think them, you got to stop. That's not true. It doesn't have to be true anymore. It doesn't have to be true anymore. It doesn't have to be true anymore. It's so much practice, believe me. And then the 5D is like the quantum field. All possibilities are here for us now. They're all around. And it's like, how do I grab onto my possibilities? So it's this big etheric thing of like, whew, there's everything and everything all at once and all of the things. And I can have any kind of life and stuff if you choose to believe you can, if you choose to take those actions, if you choose to develop those habits, all of that. That's like the open to possibilities. I'm open to guidance. I'm being drawn to this over here. I'm being drawn to that over there. Which one do I want to pursue? It's so exciting. So be more in that energy. All right. The blessings and the card. I was going to read more on this card, but time is running short. It's a beautiful card. It's Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent. It's about spiritual gifts and how we receive these gifts. Now, what it also says is synchronicities, seeing something like, right? You're going into a bookstore and you're like, oh, you're like, there's something that's blocking me. I need more assistance or guidance on. Let's say you've been thinking this. You just happen to walk into a bookstore and a book stands out or falls to the ground. And that's exactly the topic you need to learn about. Those are the things we're talking about here, right? It's like all requests for help are answered, but are you noticing them? A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is in our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. That's why it talks louder and shows up in symptoms. If we do, an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with our life. And we're like, well, I guess there's nothing I can do. Ask for God's source to guide you, to show you the signs, to send you the people, to send you to the YouTube videos or books or cities, whatever it is, that will help you. That support is always available. Okay, so we're going to do a couple blessings. This is a short one about this card. So you're going to take a big, deep breath in, bringing in new, loving, expansive energy. And as you exhale, release and relax. Continue your breath, closing your eyes. Through unconditional love, I now accept the spiritual gifts that are bestowed upon me with complete trust and gratitude. So be it. Deep breath. And we're going to do our next blessing. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that it is needed in my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so. It is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love. So be it. All right, go about and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.